I used my mind and I focused and I conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult. There's just no competition because everybody's distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching Netflix, fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody can. And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be, permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the Matrix.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a repeating cycle. Like people like get caught in it too. And the problem is too, schools like don't really teach the best things, I feel like.
Schools are designed to make you a slave. You're set up for slavery. Whole thing's a scam. The education system's a scam. The judicial system's a scam. The medical system's a scam. Look at these last few years. You're living in Canada. You haven't learned that everything's a scam? All of it. Oh, but don't worry. If things don't go my way, I'll get to go to court and have my say in court. Yeah, that's fair. We learned that doesn't mean a thing. The law doesn't mean a thing. Your rights don't mean a thing. It's all a scam. The only hope you have is to cure your brain, see the attacks which are coming from the Matrix, get a strong network of individuals such as the War Room, and then learn how to escape. Most people are so deep inside of their programming. What did Morpheus say in the Matrix? Most people are so hopelessly dependent on the system they will die and fight to defend it. Most people will sit here and pretend that the world they live in is just and fair because they are slaves, slave-minded. And to break the slave mind, to truly resist the programming, you have to understand what's happening to you. And this is only the beginning. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But the basic answer to everything is you must control your mind.
Wow. Mind control. Damn, bro. What the fuck? I feel like I'm a changed man talking to you. It's crazy.
Good. Because
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakaha Kodash. And double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakaha Kodash Barakatam. It's the brother Kazah coming back at it again with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be, Your Money Will Not Save You. Okay, now this is a short clip I played. It's from an 8-minute long clip of really a live stream that was like over 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I sat through it. You know, I hear this dude. I see, you know, what basically his input is on things. And ultimately what this dude is doing is he's addressing, you know, the problems of this world. You know, ultimately, I believe this dude to be an insider, you know, because a lot of the stuff he says is you know, hitting the nail on the head, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? But what is his solution to it all? All right. His solution is to join his program, which you got to pay for, you know, and they'll teach you how to make money, and then you could escape from the Matrix. You know, and okay, you know what I'm saying? These people in the world, they could do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? But us in this knowledge, and you know, the Spirit taught me to do this because, you know, you might have brothers that get tempted into thinking that this stuff is real, man. You know, the truth is the only solution is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Now, you know, seasoned brothers, you know, they know, you know, they see through this fellow. You know, you might have newer brothers that come into this thing and, you know, they like, you know, they see things and they're like, oh, what's this about? You know what I'm saying? And then you hear this dude and then, you know what I'm saying? It's all about that discernment. But truth is, man, you know, the money is not going to save you. Right? You think that, you know, you learn how to make money and this and that's going to save you. It's about to be an economic collapse. The mephorens are going to be nothing. All right. So let's go to the first precept, which really you should be, you know, focused on getting yourself right with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, you know, because ultimately it's the Father who, you know, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who's going to decide who wins, not who wins, but who gets saved and who perishes, you know, in these latter days and in the times that's coming. All right, these people are not going to, you know what I'm saying? These people are not going to, they're not going to make it, man. All right, and all the people that follow this dude, them 120,000, You know what I'm saying? Members, it's crazy. You know, he comes out, says this, and then at the bottom, you know, he, you know what I'm saying? It just shows you, you know, in the comment section, you know, what does it say? Over 120,000 students have already, are already making money with Hustlers University, and you are still just waiting for your lucky day to come. Guess what? Your lucky day is today. You are alive and you know me. So this dude just ultimately, he's pushing out his program. He's pushing out a product. All right. And truth is, you know, this dude's an insider. You know, that's really what it is. You know, a lot of stuff that, you know, he's coming out and saying, you know, he probably got the permission from the elites to get him to do that. You know, ultimately to lead, you know, these people into another stumbling block. Primarily you Jakes, man. You know, you Jakes with, you know, half a, you know what I'm saying, half a brain. You know what I'm saying? That got some meat on you, right? Know a few things. May know a thing or two, and then you get sucked into this, and guess what? You know, next thing you know, you destroyed, man. Next thing you know, you assed out because all that hard work you put into making money is gone out the drain because the money's worth nothing now. Okay? This is the predicament that's going to come upon everybody in the world. All right? As a matter of fact, we could bring that out just to set the foundation. Okay, so book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 1. All right, because this is what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to bring upon the earth. And he's going to use these elites to do it. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is all powerful. He controls the right hand and he controls the left hand. That's why they call him Al-Shadia, the Almighty, a terrible demon-like power. All right, this is the true power, the true God of the Bible. All right, so anyways, continue on. It reads, Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, and as with the servant, so with his master, and as with the maid, so with her mistress, and as with the buyer, so with the seller, and as with the lender, so with the borrower, and as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai hath spoken this word. Okay, now if you focus on verse 2, all right, it describes the different positions that people have in the economic state. All right, so not necessarily the economic state, the different economic positions that people have in society. All right, that's a much better explanation for it. Okay, it says that's with the people, so with the priest, right? Why? Because the people pay tithes to the priest. As with the servant, so with his master. Why? Because the servant works for the master pays him his wage. As with the maid, so with their mistress. So same thing. As with the buyer, so with the seller. Okay, transactions. As with the lender, so with the borrower, right? As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. So these are, you know, the loan department. These are specific transactions. And this is basically saying that no matter what position you are in the economic spectrum, you're going to be the same. You're going to end up in the same predicament as the person at the bottom. All right. So like it says, so as with the servant, so with his master. Okay. They're both going to be in the same predicament. The guy that was living nice in fucking Beverly Hills or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He got his nice car. You know, he's probably an actor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he worked into his career. You know, he became a doctor. Maybe he's an entrepreneur, you know, invested in real estate, whatever it is, man. He's going to be in the same predicament as somebody who worked at McDonald's. You know, that carried out his food and he gets to, you know, sit there and flex on everybody, you know, with his nice car and whatnot. You know, this is what Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is bringing upon the world, all right, as well as plagues, all right, pestilences, death, destruction, the sword, okay. The concept of money is going to change. The concept of riches is going to change in the near future, all right. It's going to be a different system put in place, all right, in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because that dollar is going to be worth nothing. All right, they're going to shut down the grid, so you won't be able to access your cryptocurrency. You know, That martial law is going to come in. It's just going to be a whole different world, man. All right, because of the sedition among men, people going crazy, rioting. The storehouses shall be found empty. Won't be no more food, right? That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing. And here you got these these people talking about, say, hey, follow me. You could make money. You can make money. It is all hell's about to, break loose. And these people now, barely right now, they want to come out and tell you could get rich. It's like a sick game that these elites are playing on the people, man. They're playing a very sick game on these people. Whatever purpose it is, it's going to be in vain at the end of the day. But anyways, let's go back to the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. And we're going to read it on down. All right, and it reads, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. All right, because these things are ultimately, these things are things that are not permanent. Okay, like I said, where moth and rust does corrupt, man. Moth eat away at the dollars, man. Because dollars is made out of cloth. It says rust doth corrupt. Man, that them shiny metals, man, they go bad, man. All right, where thieves break through and steal. Hey, here it is, stacking up bread or whatever, stacking up money. Next thing you know, your house, your neighbor breaks into your house. The local street gang hears that you got it, so they come to see you. This is the reality of what's going to come, right? Verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Okay, and how do you do this? By doing the work, making your body a living sacrifice, seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's how you do these things, man. All right, that's how you earn your shekels, doing your lessons, going out there to the highways and hedges, right? You prophesy the downfall of Esau's kingdom. You bid the elect to the truth, to the marriage. That's how you lay yourselves up treasures in heaven, right? Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, and that's a very important, a precept, a verse right there. That's a very important verse right there, because if you are looking for the things of this world, that's where your heart is going to be. And then ultimately you're going to fall out. You're not going to put your 100 in this truth. You're not going to want to catch hell. You're not going to want to be uncomfortable for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, for the shekels in heaven, as I call them, all right, through the Spirit. You're not going to make it, all right? But if you put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, if you seek the kingdom, all right, as it is written in the book of Ephesians chapter 12, let me grab that real quick. All right, I always say this through the Spirit. All right, that spiritual tunnel vision. Book of Ephesians chapter 12, verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation. All right, that which salvation is the ultimate prize. That's what we're all aiming for. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is about to mess this world up, man. He's about to bring death. He's about to bring plagues like the world has never seen before, as the scripture says, as it is written. Okay, so verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation. Where does the helmet go? On your head. All right, so the helmet of salvation, meaning be kingdom minded. Have your mind on the things above, on the things that are coming. Not on what the here and now is. The here and now is polluted. All right, the here and now is defiled. The here and now is corrupted, and ultimately you will never own anything of the here and now. Even the dude said that. You want to buy a house, well, you can't buy a house. You piss your government off, they're gonna go and they're gonna, what do they say? They're gonna charge you. You can't pay the charge. They're gonna take away your house. Take away your assets. Right? That's what it is. You've seen it time and time again with, different Jakes that got rich. They made Esau mad, and guess what? Esau came for his assets. That proves that you don't own anything here. Okay, so instead of trying to establish a foothold here, trying to, make a living here, which, the scripture says in Micah 2:10 not to do. Look out for the things that is to come. All right, it says in the sword of the spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now, this is a spiritual warfare, man. All right, and these words are arsenal. All right, these scriptures, they are our arsenal. That's why it's important to keep your sword sharpened. All right, so continuing on, Matthew chapter 6 verse 22. The light of the body is the eye, and if therefore thine eye be single, that whole body shall be full of light. Okay, so again, just further solidifying through the spirit, what I said with Ephesians chapter 6 and 17. Put the helmet of salvation, meaning to be kingdom minded. Have that tunnel vision, because ultimately we in a dark tunnel. All right, we're in a very dark tunnel, a very, very dark tunnel, but we see the light at the end of it. We see that light. You got to make a striving toward that light. And hey, you might have some distractions that pop up here and there. You can't be distracted, man. You can't be turned away, by the you know what I'm saying, the mirages, the illusions that the tunnel is going to present you. And this dude is just another illusion. I was watching this stuff. I'm like, what the heck? I almost had to catch myself. I'm like, well, hold on a second, man. No. As convincing as this guy may sound, this is not the way. All right. So verse 22, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, that whole body shall be full of light. Okay. Meaning you have that glow. You have that wisdom. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to be dealing with you. Verse 23, but if thine eye be evil, that whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Verse 24. All right. And also too, before I get into verse 24, that's another thing too. The higher you go in this society, the darker the road gets. The higher you go, the darker it gets. All right. Financially wise, status wise. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dark secret societies that run this society, these kingdoms. All right, really the whole world. All right, because as it is written in the book of Job, chapter 9 and 24, all right, it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, so I'm going to read it again. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Do you really think these elites will let this guy run around and go into these different platforms and come and offer a way to get out the matrix? No. Okay, if they really didn't want him to do, they would have killed him a long time ago. All right, they would have killed him a long time ago. So continuing on, and that's not to say this guy's an anomaly, right? And then maybe they do kill him sometime in the near future. Guess what? If they do kill him, that shows that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai wasn't dealing with him. Okay? Why? Because that's not the solution. All right? And we're going to show it in the scriptures. Back to Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Okay? And it reads, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Okay, so let's go into the Greek. Let's go into the word Mammon. All right, so Mammon, treasure, riches. Okay, where it is personified and opposed to the Most High. Yeah, and that's something you see here in the kingdom, in this kingdom. So like not the kingdom that's coming, this kingdom. All right, all these, rich people, all these, I wouldn't say prominent people, but these people that got money. What are they for the most part, man? They some wicked ass people, man. All right, you got, for example, that little live stream. All right, that let me see if I could find it. Okay, hold on a second. Right, so this live stream that they had, where he went out and said these things, It's almost 3 hours long. This dude was bringing up a whole bunch of, OnlyFans models, women that had a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I think he brought up a tranny. It's just wickedness and confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is what this is primarily the crowd that make up the upper class here in Babylon. That's ultimately the crowd that make up the upper class here in Babylon. And that's another thing too. That's how you know that this dude is wicked. All right, because if he really, was about righteousness, he wouldn't dare be in a live stream talking to a let me see to a transformer, man. All right, which I should have said that before, man. Lord willing, this video don't get flagged. All right, but he wouldn't be in a live stream playing nice with a transformer, man. If this dude was really about righteousness, he would not be in a live stream playing nice with a transformer, man. So anyways, let's go back into it. Okay, and that's really what it is, man. These people, the higher you to go in this society, the darker the road. All right, so verse 24, I'm gonna read it again. No man can serve two masters, for he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. All right, because in the society, in order to get more richer, in order to make more money, they're going to make you transgress, because ultimately the system put in place, all right, you could say it's the algorithm of it, you know what I'm saying, is against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in every aspect. You want to be making money, you want to make money, guess what? You have to do business and be around transformers and things like that, sodomites. You know what I'm saying? You might have to partake in certain acts to get into certain fraternities so they could, put you on to make money. Is it really worth it, man? That's why your eyes will be evil. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into the next precept. I actually had another one lined up. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and 10. All right. And it reads, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right. But thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. All right. That's plain, plain and put, man. So back to Matthew chapter 6. All right, we were at verse 24. Okay, I'm going to read this again and continue on going. And it reads, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. And ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? All right, so this is, in a sense, like a hypothetical question being presented unto us, in this knowledge, but it comes, with the statement before it, saying, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Okay, now we understand, we have the knowledge that all hell's about to break loose. We've been knowing this for years, and now we're drawing closer and closer unto that hour, right? Into the great tribulation, the hour of temptation. Now you could say, you might get the butterfly. You might feel some type of, you might feel scared. You might feel intimidated by it. All right, but at the end of the day, we learn to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what faith is. Okay, that's why it says here, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. And that's why these scriptures are timeless, because they apply even though they were written back then, they apply on the here and now. You know, and if these words is timeless, how much more the kingdom? How much more the the true world order that is to come, that's gonna be brought down by Yahweh Shai, Son of the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the so-called black man of the tribe of Judah. You know, how much more? You know, this statement right here literally applies to the here and now. You know, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink. You know, however you're going to be living, however you're going to, whatever you're going to be eating, of course, in drinking, of course, in righteousness, right? And also, you know, being clothed. You know, that's an important part of life, right? It asks that question: is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Verse 26: behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. All right, so you just gave you an example. Hey, look at the birds, man. Some way, somehow they eat. Guess what? Are ye not much better than they? Right? Are we not much better than they? Here it is. We make our bodies a living sacrifice. Not to boast, you know, but we serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai with all truth and sincerity. Right? We're much better than these birds. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord willing, hey, we're the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we are the elect, man. How much more better are we than them birds? Right? You think the Lord is not going to feed us? You know? That's where you have to examine yourself, and you have to see, you know what I'm saying? You have to see, you know, do I have faith? You know, and if you feel like that's something that you're lacking in, you got to pray for it, man. You got to pray Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai take away them doubtful demons from you, them you know, you know, basically them doubtful demons. You know, that intimidation demon. You know, the anxiety demon. You know, for the days to come, and ultimately replace that with a spirit of tranquility. All right, so, which is, you know, written of here in the book of if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 Timothy or 2 Timothy. I know it's in the first chapter. All right, 1 Timothy. Okay, it's not this one. It's the second one. Yep, there it is. All right, let me see. Yep. All right, so book of 2 Timothy chapter 1 and 7. All right, and it reads, for Yahweh had not given us the spirit of fear. All right, the Lord ain't dealing with that fear. That's a demon. Okay. Hey, it's if it's sent to you, it's sent to you to test you. All right, and what doesn't break you makes you. Okay, continuing on, but of power and of love, and most importantly, and of a sound mind. All right, and that's why I say, like, this dude, you know, he'll say certain things that's true, but what is the solution? And that's always what you see with these people in the world. Like, yeah, they'll say certain things that's true, but what is their solution? You know, what is the solution? Go join this little club, and then, you know, he'll teach you how to make some money on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. All money's literally about to be made, you know, irrelevant. You know, the whole concept of money is going to change in the near future. You know, but hey, go make some money on the internet, man. Be my guest. You know what I'm saying? You know, so continuing on. Matthew chapter 26, chapter 6, verse 27. All right. Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? All right. Now we get into the supernatural things, you know. And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Okay, so ultimately, man, you know what I'm saying, going into the more supernatural things, as it said in verse 27, It said, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? You can't do that, man. Not in these mortal bodies. And you can't think, hey, tomorrow or right now, I want to be 7 feet tall. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But guess who can? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he could feed you. All right? He could feed you. All right? So jumping down to verse 30, and it reads, wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye little of faith? And that's where it all comes down to. All right? Don't let these people in the world, these devices of Satan, trick you into doing something you're not supposed to do, and ultimately test your faith. Play into your faith. Your measure of faith. Ultimately, faith is something that you ought to be constantly asking for from on high. All right, verse 31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewith withal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Okay? So that's another thing too. The Lord isn't, you know what I'm saying? He isn't neglectful, man. He knows our every needs. All right, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the helmet of salvation. Having your eyes single. All right. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay. And another thing too, his righteousness, man. Because this world is wicked, man. This world is extremely wicked. It's only waxing worse and worse. And these self-proclaimed leaders that's out here trying to show you, trying to tell you that, oh, this is the way, you know what I'm saying? Come over here. They're not righteous, man. So continuing on, and it reads, all right, and all these things shall be added unto you. The Lord will take care of you. The Lord will sustain you. The Lord will feed you. All right, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Okay, sufficient unto the day, your daily bread. You know what I'm saying? What you're going to wear today, on a day-to-day, whatever it is. The Lord's going to have you to where you're sufficient, man. Because ultimately, you know what I'm saying? We're not, the concept of having your daily bread, you should be okay with it, seeing the fact that soon we're not going to even be in these mortal bodies. We're not even going to be in these bodies. Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're not even going to be in these bodies. We're going to be transferred. Our spirits will be transferred into a new bodies, all right, that are incorruptible. Okay, so really, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. All this is just temporary. This land was the land of our captivity. It's the land that served as a punishment for our iniquity, by way of slavery and oppression. But now that we are repenting, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is literally moving mountains. He's changing the world. He's shifting the world to get us out of this captivity and set us back into our land, wherein righteousness will reign, wherein righteousness shall dwell. New Jerusalem. That's where we're gonna prosper. That's where we're gonna get, expand our riches and everything. Have all the wives we want. All the gold, all the precious stones. You know what I'm saying? The slaves, the servants, the concubines. That's where we're going to be living. But to live over here is foolishness, and it shows a lack of understanding. All right? So let's go to another precept, because ultimately this is going to be the predicament of all these people that want to trust in their riches. All right, this is going to be their predicament. All right, so the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 19. And it reads, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh, in the day of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. All right. I'm going to read it again, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Okay. Because what was the stumbling block? Oh, I'm going to just get money and I'm going to try to escape the matrix or whatever, whatever these people have in mind. If I make enough money, I'll probably be able to live good during the time of this recession. No, man. Money's going to be made obsolete real soon. Okay? It's going to be obsolete. It's going to have no value. All right? Continuing on. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. And with that, we're going to close out. All right? So book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39, and it reads, "See now that I, even I am he, and there is no other power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." Okay, and this is coming from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. This is the Lord. Okay, there is no delivering out of his hands. All right, if you are allotted to be destroyed, you will be destroyed. Because at the end of the day, this thing goes to predestination. The club is exclusive, man. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Ruach HaKodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next.